Welcome everyone to 2025 Vision. So sorry for I don't know what happened there. I'm so sorry. So, what's going to happen today? We're just going to talk about what to expect in 2025 at Youth Evolve. As you know, we took a break in 2024, and 2025 we're back on with some exciting programs, but we also have exciting people that have joined our team as well. And just before we start, I have prepared a speech um, that I want to read for you guys. Okay, let's go. Good evening, everyone. I stand here today with a heart full of gratitude as we celebrate not only our vision for 2025, but also the incredible journey that brought us here. Youth Evolve was started in 2019 as a small idea with a big purpose to empower, inspire, and uplift young people across Africa. And today, as I reflect on our story, I'm overwhelmed by the lives we've touched and the milestone we've achieved together. First, let me take a moment to thank our remarkable leaders who have shaped Youth Evolve into what it is today. To our CEOs, Innocent Kazamula, Martin Bongwe, Robin Jovu, lastly, and not the least, Tebogo Poho, your leadership, passion, and dedication have been instrumental in carrying our mission forward. You have each left an edible mark, and for that, we are grateful. To the supporting leaders who have walked this journey with us, you showed up time and time again with your innovative ideas, boundless and unwavering commitment. You built programs, inspired youth, and made sure that Youth Evolve always is moving forward. Your contribution will never be forgotten. As I'm preparing for today, I revisit some of the videos from our past initiatives and campaigns. I watched moments where young people found their voice, purpose, and their confidence through our work. Honestly, there was so much impact to reflect on that I couldn't even compile it in one video. But that's the beauty of Youth Evolve. Our work has a ripple effect we may never fully capture. I want to play for you the video that I prepared.
My grade in 2018, I became the top achiever of the school. It started with the mindset. It started with why, with the reason why am I
like that, but I had a baby. You know, and I just felt like as a mother, as I was a mother, I had to walk in at the process.
Where you're the most authentic and powerful person that you can ever be in your life in that moment.
When you look at economic empowerment, when you look at mental health, when you look at reproductive health, those are some of the
continent of Africa, so too does the spirit of its people. For the centuries, Africans have shown resilience, strength.
So you're constantly learning and don't be intimidated.
You need to decide as a responsible Nigerian that you want to be.
Social enterprise, mostly it's a business for change, right?
The Youth Evolve Secretary, PwC, and I joined Youth Evolve because it kind of applied to me, like its goals, its
We seem to be experiencing some technical problems. I'm not sure what's happening. Um, However, lastly, I want to welcome the new team. So today, as we look ahead to 2025, I'm announce the team that will carry the vision forward, a team with a passion, driven and a talented individuals who are ready to build on our legacy and take Youth Evolve to new heights. Please help me join me as I welcome 2025 leadership team in no particular order. Denira Peko, Glazi Precious, Nonzwakase Sigaga, Silindile Dlamini, Victor Ngake, Reatile Mopedi, Kathleen Hare, Yaleboha Matlakale. This team represents the best of what Youth Evolve stands for: collaboration, innovation, and the recklessness pursuit of change. I have no doubt that with them at the helm, 2025 will be our most impactful year yet. As we embark on this next chapter, let us remember that Youth Evolve isn't just about events we host, the projects we run, or the goals we achieve. It's about the people, it's about the lives we touch, the communities we empower, and the future we are building together. Thank you, past, present, leaders, volunteers, and supporters for being part of this incredible journey. Here's 2025 and to a brighter future ahead. Well, that was part of the program today. Another thing that is part of the program is this presentation I have for you guys here, which is the general overview and the volunteer opportunities 2025 vision. Okay. All right. So what is Youth Evolve? Youth Evolve is about empowering young people to become change makers and leaders, creating a ripple effect of growth, empowerment across Africa. Our biggest goals is to equip young people with mentorship and leadership skills to drive community impact. And this was a vision I started in 2019 when I saw the gap. Coming from a semi-rural area, there wasn't much information about a lot of things, including what to study, simple things also just like mental health. There wasn't much information. And I only realized that when I went to university. And when I went to university, I learned a lot of things. And I thought this is a great way to give back, because I believe that giving back knowledge is the best gift you'd ever give to a person than giving them food. Yes, giving them food, they will survive today. But what happens tomorrow when they get hungry again? What then? So giving them something that is more than just that will keep them through and through. So our goals is to, as I said, is to keep young people with mentorship and leadership skills. We also want to provide platforms for youth-driven innovation, advocate for mental health, gender equity, and social entrepreneurship in undeserved communities. When we started our social entrepreneurship network exhibition, we started with Aphrodite Global, which Aphrodite Global is an organization that advocates for women. We saw that there's so much women in the communities, especially rural areas and townships, that face GBV, and they can't leave the situation that they're in because they don't have the means. When they think about leaving, they have to think, oh, where am I going to stay? What are my kids going to eat? Because you might find that some of them are not even working. So that was one of the reasons why we started Social Entrepreneurship Network Exhibition, to empower young people to say, yes, you have businesses, but what is that element of social? What is the element of social impact in your enterprises? We also aim to inspire and support youth to explore and fulfill their potential. Our impact. So we've had different programs in the past, and one of our leaders was asking me, why do we like have different programs throughout the years and stuff? How we do business or how we do Youth Evolve. Basically, how we started Youth Evolve, it was from nothing, right? We're still not funded fully. So I said, okay, no, because we're not funded, that does not necessarily mean that we can't do projects or we can't do anything. So we had young people from all across South Africa and say that you are here at Youth Evolve. What is it that you always wanted to do in your community? As I've also started and did something in my community, what is it that you want to do for your community? And those programs that you see are some of the programs from those initiatives. It's not all of them, it's just some of them. Fix Your Crown, over 20 girls were mentored, improved their self-esteem and confidence. Mental health and anti-bullying campaign reached about over 500 students, providing support and counseling. Our headline events, Young African Futurists, started in 2020. We have engaged about more than 1,000 young people across Africa. So it's a continental project that was started in 2020. And we have created some sustainable relationship with young people across different parts of Africa and envision the kind of Africa that we'd like to see. Social Entrepreneurship Network exhibition, we've showcased about over 50 enterprises empowering young entrepreneurs and creating network opportunities. We have done so many other projects other than the ones that have been mentioned here. As you can see also in the picture there, the first picture was the hackathon that we did in Limpopo. It was one of the first of this kind that we had. We had so much huge turnout. We partnered with some other organizations, TBF, Tulamela Business Forum. We also partnered with Empower Foundation. So it was quite interesting. So now to the volunteer opportunities. I'm sure some of you guys have been waiting for that. That's the QR link. Let me just make it full so that you are able to take the QR quickly. So you can be a mentor, a project leader, an advocate and develop leadership, communication, and teamwork skills and make a lasting impact in your community. So our volunteer opportunities, you could click on that QR code to register yourself into the database. We've asked you different questions so that we're able to understand if we have any program or if we have a project, how to then place you. So as volunteers at Youth Evolve, we're not a full-time organization that works full-time. We have full-time jobs. People that are working with us have other things that they're doing as well. So it's just the fragment of their life. So we'd also like you to be part of that community and join us as a mentor, as a project leader, or as an advocate. And so let's get to 2025. What are our key projects for 2025? I'm so excited with this one. It's Bafo'Asiringe Project. I think it's going to be one of our biggest projects, and I have our visionary behind the project who's going to speak more to that. So this project will be focusing on empowering young boys with leadership and mentorship opportunities. It's going to look like workshops, dialogues, and interactive mentorship sessions. I don't want to go into deep details because we are already going to speak with Silindile Dlamini, who's our empowerment pioneer, who will explain this project in detail. We have free online courses lined up. I'm so excited on that one because I worked on it. Impact measurement course. So our free course will run in 6-week cohort, right? We'll have 2 cohorts in April and in August. So the course is already done. I sent out invites to people who are qualified, who can just assess what we can improve before we take it out to you guys. So the course you will learn it will mostly be for social enterprise or people with businesses specifically. Um, so this, as I said, this course will be on building skills in leadership, social entrepreneurship, and community impact. So basically, that's what the course will be about. And we have our headliner, Young African Futuristic Summit. I'm not sure how it's going to be this year. We will definitely update you guys as time goes, whether it's going to be hybrid or it's going to be fully online. However, the case, we're having Young African Futuristic back in 2025. And I like this topic, or the theme rather, which is reclaiming Africa's tomorrow, innovation, identity, and justice. Oh God, this is just self-explanatory. It's going to be amazing. Social Entrepreneurship Empowerment Network exhibition is back. I've been in talks with Aphrodite Global, run by Lindo Kuhlezwane, about bringing it back. We're still figuring it out where exactly it's going to happen. Also, the date is just an estimate. It's not final. So we estimated it to be on the 24th of October, 2025. We are continuing with our information sessions, which are going to be monthly. It's our monthly digital activism workshops, master classes on topics like cyberbullying and youth safety, mental health and resilience, digital literacy for the next generation. Our biggest aim here is to provide the young people with tools to navigate and thrive in the digital space. And my favorite as a podcaster is the Youth Evolve podcast. We're going to have sessions that are going to be specifically for the podcast. The episodes we only have 4 episodes this year, and they will be quarterly. So the themes will be around the power of youth leadership, navigating mental health. So this year we are all about our mental health and empowering communities through digital innovations. And lastly, we're going to have looking ahead, preparing for 2026. So I'm quite excited for this. And if any of you watching think that you could be a guest in one of the sessions that we are running, you're most welcome to reach out to us. Okay. All right. So sponsorship and donations. This is a plea. We need you guys to support us. We're not funded as of yet fully. Some of our projects are partially funded. We have sponsors, but not fully. So we still are accepting support. The QR code there will take you to our donation page. So if you click on that QR code, it's going to take you directly to our QR page. Why are you supporting us? So we want to empower young people to become change makers and leaders across Africa. Support impactful projects like Bafo'Asiringe. It's going to need some financial power because this specific project will be focusing on young people in primary school, in high schools. So we do need some bit of funds there for that particular project. So we need you to support us. The Young African Futuristic Summit and the free online courses for underserved communities, because these courses are literally free of charge. But there's work that is being put behind the scenes to get this done. And for how can you help? We can sponsor a particular program, fund specific initiative that we are doing. You could donate resources. We don't necessarily accept just money. It could be funds, materials, expertise. Your expertise, you could donate yourself, basically, you're a resource. And you could also be a partner, collaborate with us to create an impactful program. So we're looking for companies, we're looking for other nonprofit organizations to say, guys, let's come together. It's not a competition. We want to create change. If you see any program that speaks to you, you're most welcome to come partner with us. What do you get? There's so many benefits that you would get. Some of them are brand visibility on our platforms, events, and marketing. I will acknowledge the partnership and just direct involvement in the planning of particular projects. So you have the QR code there. Let me just make it fuller so that you are able. That's the QR code to use to go to a donation page if you are donating funds. If not, if you have resources, other things that you'd like to sponsor us with, or more information, info@youthevolve.co.za. All right. I think the exciting time comes now. We are preparing for an interview with Silindile. Silindile is our empowerment pioneer. We're going to be discussing the Bafo'Asiringe Project, goals, activities, impact, and Silindile is going to take us through it. Silindile, I hope you are ready to hop in.
I'm ready. Am I audible? Dee, can you hear me? Hello, Dee. No, man.
My grade in 2018, I became the top achiever of the school. It started with the mindset. It started with why, with the reason why am I
like that, but I had a baby. You know, and I just felt like, as a mother, as I was a mother, I had to walk in that long process. He
I'm so sorry. I'm not sure what's going on with my internet today. It's doing weird things. I'm gonna bring back Silindile on. Silindile, you're back on. How are you?
I'm good, and how are you?
I'm great. I do not know what is this internet doing today. Oh my God. Okay. Okay. All right. Can you share a little bit about yourself and your journey with Youth Evolve?
Okay. As mentioned, my name is Silindile Dlamini. I'm a BA Public Relations graduate, and I'm currently living in Northwest. So for me to volunteer at Youth Evolve, there was a post on LinkedIn, and I clicked on apply. Little did I know that I would be grilled through those questions. I thought I was just gonna submit my CV and then I was done. But that wasn't the case. There were questions like, yeah, that will test your commitment and dedication for the position of a volunteering. Because we take volunteering as I'm just gonna be there, but not with Youth Evolve. Youth Evolve does not have that. You really have to be in it. So yeah, and then when you send me an email and I got the position, I was like, yeah, mama, I made it. So yeah, that was a proud moment for me.
All right, Silindile, that's quite interesting. So now you are the empowerment pioneer for Youth Evolve. Congratulations on that. I'm so excited working with you. I like, as I said, I like Silindile's energy. She just exudes energy on everyone. Like, she's amazing. So she came about with this project. As I said, some of our people come up with projects. So she came about with a project called Bafo'Asiringe. And what inspired the creation of Bafo'Asiringe Project?
So it's actually from a sad story. in June 2023, a boy by the name of Letabo, aka Bigish, from a secondary school called HTS in Rustenburg, was stabbed to death at the Rustenburg taxi rank, and it was by a student from another secondary school. And we asked as a community what was the reason for all this violence, and they said it was about street cred. So you would imagine a young man losing a life over street cred. That broke my heart, and I knew that there must be something done, programs in schools or something. But at the time, I did not have the resources and the know-how or a platform where I could address or advocate for such crimes. So I decided that when I get the opportunity one day to address or come up with a project that can address such issues, I would. So, and we read about this all the time. We read about it, we hear about it, stories in schools about how young boys are participating in acts of violence. And so when I got the role as empowerment pioneer, I was given a clear description of a job where I have to design and implement mentorship programs and youth empowerment initiatives. So that will address and prevent such acts of violence in our schools. So that's when I said Bafo'Asiringe will be the project that I want to implement. So I brainstormed around the project, but I at first I didn't know what to call the project. So I did everything I had to write down and planning and all that. And then one day my 14-year-old son came back from school with his friend, and he changed into his home clothes. And when he was about to leave the house, the friend was like, "Hi Bobafo, serious, you're going to leave the house like dressed like that?" And my son is normally the talkative type, but he was like, Bafo, do you think I'm not? And I'm like, Bafo, no. So he went back and changed immediately, and there was no argument whatsoever. And then he was like, thank you, Bafo. And I'm like, this Bafo thing, there is something there.
Yeah.
There is some brotherhood then understanding there for at the Bafo word. So if they call this each other Bafo, it's a brother to brother, like, brother, let me put you right. You're not gonna live like that. So then I was like, yeah, the project is gonna be called Bafo'Asiringe. If they can understand it in grade 8, then I think grade 10, 11, 12 going forward, it would be easier to catch, and it's a bit catchy. So yeah, I like that about the name of the project, Bafo'Asiringe.
Yeah.
So
Thank you so much for that.
yeah, that's how it was born. Yeah, that's how it was born.
I was just saying, guys, we apologize for the technical issues. There's a problem with the networks. I'm not sure what's happening, but I hope you guys are able to hear us clearly at home. So what are the main objectives of this initiative? How does it aim to empower young boys? I think you've answered some bits and pieces from that, but what are the main objectives now of this program?
So the main objectives of the project is to have an open and educative conversation with young boys on how to deal with everyday challenges such as your self-expressions, how to deal with anger, aggression, and depression, stress, and all that. So mental health issues, society pressures, peer pressure. We also want to address the phrases that we normally hear, such as abo indoda ikali, abo indoda must. those are some of the things that we want our boys to unlearn and just be able to talk about whatever they're going through, even if it's not with their parents, but with us as an NPO. As we come in, we are not going to be on that parenting level. We're just going to be on that youthful, open conversation, fun type of environment. So we also want them to be able to have good qualities of a great leader, which would help them how to respond to responsibilities or handling responsibilities, and of course, gender-based violence. Yeah, we cannot leave that one out. We also need to educate our boys on that, and also ways to handle or nurture relationships. Yeah. So the Bafo'Asiringe Project will target young boys from grades 10, 11, 12. And it that would that's because when most realities start to kick in, it's when they're about to go to college. That's when, yeah, they start realizing that their college life is approaching soon and opportunities are starting to open. So
Yeah.
you want them to go there mentally prepared and ready for anything that they encounter, whether it's college life issues or any problems that they will encounter once they leave school. So we are preparing them before they go and like be independent and start making decisions, because we want to build great future leaders who've got a good head on their shoulders, and who are assertive, who make good choices, who are able to identify negative or wrong acts in any situations, and they're able to express themselves in those situations in the right way without offending anyone. Or yeah, so yeah, that's what we aim to do with the Bafo'Asiringe.
Yeah, that's pretty great. You've gotten a big up from Mohao Bubu on LinkedIn. She says, "Big up, that's a great
Hi,
project." Oh.
wow.
So this is quite interesting, and I want to dive deep now to what are some of the key activities that are planned for Bafo'Asiringe in 2025. What are you going to be doing? Just go briefly to the activities that you plan on doing in this particular project.
So it will be a one-day project. The goal is to implement it during school hours. That's when you've got their attention, during school hours, from 9 until right about 12. In between, that's when you can really get their attention. They're still fresh, it's still morning, and yeah, so that is the time that we're looking to utilize. And we will also have like facilitators, speakers, and group activities, open conversations. Yeah, it would not be a boring event. Yeah, we just
Yeah.
want it to be fun and to talk to them in the language that they would rather engage in, or in environments that they would rather engage in. So it's no serious business, but we are serious, but not serious business, in that it's a formal type of setting.
So now, what now? What do you need from people? So I think this is your moment to say, with the volunteers, where where do you think this is going to happen? What exactly, someone watching can help, if possible, with this particular project? Just list everything that you're going to need for this project. Maybe someone who's watching will help us.
Fingers crossed.
Fingers
Okay,
crossed.
so the dream is for the project to reach all secondary schools in South Africa. we want to get to a point where schools are now asking us as Youth Evolve to come to their schools and implement the project. So
Mm,
sponsors and potential partners also approaching Youth Evolve to offer support um, towards the project, so we can reach more younger boys. So that is like the
mm,
aim, to go big. There are so many secondary schools and yeah, in South Africa, and we want to touch each and everyone. So 9 provinces, all secondary schools. That is the dream. That is the goal for the project.
mm. Mm. But now, what do you need? I need you to specify, because let's say you're speaking to someone who can invest or who can give you the resources. Name it, everything, how much, what resources. Be specific to what this
you,
project is going to need for it to be
ooh, you throw
successful.
me under the bus there. Um, okay, so projects like these can only be successful when we have support and backing. So we're not only looking for monetary support, we also really would appreciate donations in the form of time, such as our volunteers, skills, food, free merchandise, event equipment, and so on. But we are not saying we need money and only money, like you've mentioned before. Any help for the project to reach the dream of going across 9 provinces, that we would
Mm,
greatly appreciate. The biggest one for our youth evolve partners or supporters. We also need support with NGOs and NPOs. Collaboration. This is the most important thing for events to be a success, because we all speak in one voice, and you come with your people, I come with my people, and we make it work. So that's what we are
mm,
aiming for. We don't want to single any organization out when it comes to events. So if you're an NPO, you're an NGO, and this event, Bafo'Asiringe, speaks to your visions, your missions, come join us. Yeah.
mm.
So let's reach
That's
more people together.
That's amazing, Silindile. Big ups. I think that this is going to be one of our biggest projects this year, and I hope those who are listening and have the resources. Yes, we need more hands to help us make this a reality. We need the money to be to reach more other young people. We need to invest in our boys. I think for many times, which is not wrong. We do invest a lot in our girl children, but
Yeah, true,
men are the perpetrators of gender-based violence,
true.
and it starts from a very young age for us to say that young boys, this is how you need to see a woman, so that when they grow, because reality is that a lot of young people grow up in households with no father figure, as sad as
Exactly.
it is, but that's the reality of our South Africa. And I think a project like this then speaks um, to us addressing stuff like ripple effects of that, which will then be gender-based violence. So I'm pleading to anyone who's listening, if you are able, if your company is able to assist us in any way to make this possible, we are ready. We just need the resources to get the ball rolling. Big ups, Silindile. So, what
Thank
are your personal? So now we're going to the personal reflections. What motivates you personally to continue with this innovative? I
with
think you
such
did mention,
initiatives.
yeah.
So one day I will definitely tell my story. But for now, let's just say I know the impact of random acts of kindness. I know the
Mm,
power of
mm,
projects and campaigns. And I myself am a product of it takes a village to raise a child. So every time I hear or read about stories, people and especially youth making a positive moves, and yeah, and especially youth making positive moves and becoming the best versions of themselves, that motivates me. So the dream is to one day have my own NPO. I think we've discussed this, and or NGO, and maybe build a community center. But we shall see. You know, we plan, but God
Yeah,
decides.
yeah,
So we
yeah.
shall see.
That's something great. I hope it actually comes into fruition, Silindile. And thank you so much for coming through and sharing us with us this project. And to people listening, we are Khopela, man. We are but
Yo,
in different
please, man,
languages.
please,
Yeah,
man, please,
Siyacela.
man. Let's do it together.
Siyacela. All right. Thank you so much. I think my presentation is done. Thank you. I think this whole presentation is done as well. Thank you so much for tuning in and listening to our 2025 vision. We hope to make an impact in any way. If you feel like you can assist us volunteering, make sure you can just, because the video is going to be there after this, you can just scroll back to where there was the QR links so that you can register. If not, you can also just email info@youthevolvers.co.za to get more information about certain things that you need clarity with. From us at Youth Evolve to your families, we just want to say thank you for your support and we love you.